Hello and welcome to Ladies Take. It's your girl Lady Ba and welcome to my show. Our discussion today is going to be centered on be yourself. Being yourself could be very challenging. It's just 3 words. Be yourself. But it's very hard to achieve and a lot of people struggle with it. From presidents to celebrities, ordinary people, we all struggle with being ourselves. Imagine living in a world where the world is trying to shape you, change you to being somebody else that you're not. It's hard. It's a struggle. It's a challenge. And we are all guilty of it. But being yourself is very special and it's unique. That's your true identity. That's who you are. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to stand out. Because that's your identity. That's your brand. Imperfection is sexy, is beautiful. Being crazy is genius. Embrace it. My kids call me crazy sometimes. But I like it because that's me. That's who I am. I'm not trying to be someone else. But daily we all try to be someone else. We live in a world where everybody is trying so hard to be someone else, to be something that they are not, all because we're trying to make an impression. We're trying to impress. Who are we impressing? The only person you need to impress is yourself, your true self. And that's what holds value. Today, if I try to be Lady, it's a nightmare. It's a struggle. It's expensive being someone else. So try to be yourself in as much as it's hard to do. But hey, it makes you unique and it makes you special. When I was young, I had all these dreams. That was the young me. But I've grown. I'm a big grown woman now. I don't think that way anymore. I was like, I wanted to be opera. I wanted to be A. I wanted to be B and C. And I started imitating the way they talk, what they do, and all that thing. But I've grown out of that. I'm matured now. Now today, if you ask me what I want to be, I will say I want to be me. That is your strength. That is your weapon. So never be afraid to be you. I remember there was a time people call me skinny. Some of even my close friends, family members, they will say, "Oh lady, you're too skinny." Guess what that does to me? It has messed up with my brain psychologically. I was like, you know what? I need to find what makes me a little bit bigger. I started going into Google, trying to find things, pills, whatever you can think about, trying to Google and say, what could make me big? Or what could make me bigger? Because I'm too skinny. Society sometimes can influence your true self. Don't let it. I made that mistake, and don't let anybody make that mistake to you. Some will call you, you're too fat, you're too skinny, you're too that. And you start losing your self-confidence. And you start putting yourself in an uncomfortable position. Just because you're trying to make an impression. You're trying to be who they want you to be. But have you thought about how you want to be and who you are? I started doing research on how to get big, how to grow fat, and all that because I felt like I'm skinny. Because everybody is saying, you're too skinny. And I thought that was not beautiful. Thank God I haven't gone ahead with trying to get all those things in my body just because I want to be big, because people want me to be big. No. I did not try to gain weight. I mean, even though sometimes I talk about it, I said, oh, I wish I had gained some weight. But eventually now, I understand that I am just perfect the way I am. So always be comfortable in your own skin, in your own flesh. Whether you're black, you're white, that's you. Whether you're skinny or you're fat, that's you. That's your originality. That's your strength. That's your brand. My dear sisters and brothers, we came into this world full package. Are you getting the point? We came into this world full package. Even though we might not be perfect, but imperfection is beautiful, is beauty. Embrace it. Don't let anybody take your originality away from you, because that's your brand. Be proud of who you are. I can imagine, I was one time invited for an interview. I put in a job application and got invited for an interview. I went and bought a high heel inch. I can't remember how many inch it was. This long high heel that I couldn't even wear comfortably to walk into, because I wasn't even comfortable wearing heels in the first place. But I was trying to make an impression. I'm like, maybe if I appear this way, I'll get the job, or I'll be respected, or I'll be treated differently. We all make these mistakes. But we are humans. It's okay to be different. It's okay to make mistakes. Don't let people's belief or people's thinking change you. Don't let their ideas or their thoughts shape your life. No. That life is yours. Be who you want to be. Care less about what they think about you. They might call you arrogant. They might call you names. She's too full of herself. She's that. She's A, B, and C. But who cares? At the end of the day, you're just being you. Sometimes people say, I am a straight shooter. I can remember there was a time, this is a funny story. I went back home to visit my family, and I went to say hi to our neighbors with my mom. And we went there, they offered us food. So my mom was trying to force me, like, to eat, even though I did not want to eat, but she wanted me to eat because it's a sign of respect. I tried to eat. The food was good. But guess what? I was just being honest. To her, the food was really good. And to me, the food was good, but it wasn't my kind of food. I did not like the food. So then the host asked, oh, is the food good? Why are you not eating? Blah, blah, blah. I said, well, the food is good, but it's not my kind of food. My mom got offended because I said that. So can you imagine? She wanted me to say something different. Probably she could have been right. I should have said something different, nicer maybe. But I was just trying to express how I was feeling, my true self. So let me say this, don't get it wrong. Being yourself and being rude is two different things. You can be a straight shooter. You can be yourself. Speak how you feel. But at the same time, the way you deliver the message has to be respectful. Let's just keep that in mind. That's a gray area, which we will talk about in another show. But be yourself. Respect yourself. Present yourself with dignity. With pride, but with love and respect. Never be too arrogant. But at the same time, my dear, present yourself for who you are. If I go to conferences or other meetings, initially, before I get used to crowd or public speaking, when I was growing up, I always wanted to be a journalist. And I thank God I went through the process. Went to school, worked at the print media, worked at the radio station, worked at the television station, and I went through all this experience. Today I am hosting my own talk show and doing all the things along with that. But I struggle a lot sometimes in the beginning, to talk in public, because it wasn't my thing. But as time goes on, I make wrong pronunciations. I get nervous when I'm in public. My voice will shake. A lot of things will happen to me. My self-confidence will go down. But as you keep doing it and don't give up on your passion, you eventually get to perfection and the way you want to deliver your message. But now look at me. I can stand in front of millions of people and I will not care who is there. I will say my piece, whether I say it right or wrong, whether I pronounce it right or wrong. At least I've let the information out. So speak your truth. Be confident in yourself. Value yourself. Just be you. It's hard to be you. I get it. I still struggle with it myself. Sometimes we post pictures on social media, we post videos on social media, but before we even post pictures on social media, we will filter the picture. Oh my God, we will filter this picture and filter it until really, and we are all guilty. Don't get me wrong, we are all guilty. All in the name of trying to make an impression, all in the name of trying to be who we are not. Do you know what that does to us? We're taking our originality out of us. Then what are we going to be left with? Let us be us. Care less about what other people do. Be your own competition. Never be anybody else's competition. Oh, did you see what Fatu is doing? Do you see how Fatu walks? Do you see what Fatu puts on? Don't care about what Fatu does, what Kumba does, what Omar does, or Kevin does. Be your original self. And I'm telling you, being somebody else is very expensive. Because imagine if I wanted to be Oprah, or I want to be somebody else today. I would spend money on luxury stuff, brand names, just because I am trying to imitate somebody who is not me. You become broke eventually, and you become too fake sometimes. Even all this makeup we put on, all this extra hair, all these extra things we put on ourselves is beautiful. We can do it, but let's not hold on to that. It is not our life. I refuse. It is not our doing. Get yourself back. It's good sometimes to just sit and reflect on your originality. Assess yourself. Know who you are. Don't photocopy yourself. Be the original. I want to be Lady the original. Be the original out there. Whether you're fat, skinny like me, or whatever you are, whether you're black, white, be you. Present yourself the way you are, and present yourself with pride, if it may be. Because that's you. Whenever you do something organic, original, tell me how that feels. You go to bed, sleep like a baby. Sometimes when we start a new relationship or we're dating, we try to make an impression with our boyfriends. We will go buy extra new clothes, extra hair, do makeup and all that. When we're going out on a date or things like that, we want to look our best, which is fabulous. It's good to make an impression, especially when a man is involved or a woman is involved. Either way, it's vice versa. But look at the bigger picture. Eventually, if you guys get married, you go to bed in the same bed together. At night, all that makeup is gone. All that extra-ness is gone. All that hair is gone. Your original self is here. If he is somebody who loves you genuinely, or if she is somebody who loves you genuinely, my dear, he's not going anywhere. He's gonna stay with you, or she is gonna stay with you. Either ways, always remember that being someone else, somebody else, is expensive. I am too cheap. I don't want to be someone else. I'm broke. I don't want to spend extra to be someone else. Sometimes people will criticize you, but hey, what matters is what you're doing and what you believe in and your passion. Some people can say, lady dress so cheap, or lady doesn't do this, lady doesn't do that, or she doesn't even know how to speak English, or she doesn't even know how to do A, B, and C. But does that define me? Does that make me who I am? No. I don't even listen to those. I mean, it's good sometimes to listen to critics because it makes you learn, it makes you improve yourself, which is very good. But in my head, in my mind, I'm saying to myself, I am not perfect. And none of us are perfect. But one thing that stands out is, lady is who she is. I am who I am. So be who you are out there. It's your girl, Lady Bar, and this is my take. Until I come your way next, Please remember to subscribe to my channel if you have not, and hit that notification bell. Anytime I upload a video, you'll be the first to know. If you enjoyed this video, please share and comment below, and tell me what you want us to talk about next. I have a lot of topics lined up. But until then, I'll leave you with this. Be yourself. You're beautiful. You're special. You're unique. Embrace it. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Thank you, and bye for now.